The Godfather Part 2, Aliens, Mad Max Fury Road, The Dark Knight, Captain America the Winter Soldier, Step Up 2, The Streets. I said what I said. Fight me. You know what? Better yet, let's have a fucking dance-off. Welcome to You've Got Mails.
Jason, before you start, can I start this one off?
I mean, yeah, man. This is our podcast. You want to share in the openings? I'd love it.
Yeah, absolutely, man. You know, we've had a few great milestones lately. We've dominated the entire continent of Africa.
Hell yeah.
We've hit some milestone goals on our downloads.
Yeah.
And I know that you're not supposed to get your girlfriend's name tattooed on you, but I've got a You've Got Mails tattoo.
No, you don't.
And I wanted to show you this.
What?
It's right here on the small of my back.
Oh my god.
I need you to get close and I need you to read this.
It's so hairy. The streets are supposed to be about different people coming together. We call this a battle, but what are we fighting for? We're all here because we have this thing we do, we dance. Being part of the street used to mean much more than just turf or power. It's about bringing something new to the floor. And it shouldn't matter what we wear, what school or neighborhood we're from, because the best part of the streets is not about what you got, it's what you make of what you got. So if the 410's too scared to defend their title against us, hell, we'll be doing our thing outside where the streets started. How did they fit all that on there?
It's going down the left cheek, but welcome to You've Got Mails. This time I am CJ and that's Jason.
Hi, everybody.
Today we're talking about a movie. I'll let you take over from here, buddy.
That movie is Step Up 2, The Streets.
And you just saw my colon. That's where it's spelled out. The Streets.
I'll never be the same. It's a beautiful tattoo, though. The line work is amazing. Yeah, welcome. This is our first sequel.
It is.
I thought it would take way longer to hit a sequel on this list, but
there's a lot of sequels.
I'll be damned.
To like romance movies, because the whole idea is that they live happily ever after at the end.
Yeah,
right?
So just the fact that we hit a sequel already is pretty amazing. But yeah, today we're talking about 2008's Step Up 2, The Streets. So yeah, I mean, I'd ask you what you know about this movie, but I know that all you know is that this is a sequel to the other Step Up movie that we saw and we didn't care for.
I know that I uttered the words out loud during this movie. I wish there was more Tyler Gage. And then I shoved my hand in the garbage disposal.
Oh my god, really?
I was just like, why isn't he in this more?
All right, well, let's get right into it. Let's get to that sweet Tyler Gage. So this movie focuses on a girl named Andy, who is, I'm assuming, in her teens. The ages are real muddled. Just how Channing Tatum didn't look like he belonged in a high school.
Yeah, she can pass.
Yeah, I guess so. I was real confused with everything. So we start out with a little, archival footage of people breakdancing.
Some old school B-boys, man.
Yeah, with this Andy character giving, a little voiceover talking about how she fell in love with dance and street dancing, and her mom urged her to follow her dream, and then we find out her mom died. And it's a real gritty, this is not your mama's Step Up, man. This is this is the streets here. We're talking about the streets.
Nobody says, my baby. It just happens.
Yeah, it just happens. We're killing off characters before the movie even starts. So we get a nice little exposition dump from Andy via a voiceover. And then we cut right into what has to be the most annoying thing I've ever seen. A flash mob on a subway train.
Let's just talk about flash mobs.
Yeah.
Is anybody into this other than the people in the flash mob?
I can't imagine. There's not a place that I could be in public where I would be happy about public dancing, unless I'm at a fucking wedding or something.
Okay, this is Boston. At first I thought it was New York City. And
it's Maryland.
Yeah, isn't it? Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Baltimore, yeah.
This is Baltimore, Maryland. Which seems kind of just as ornery as New York.
Inner city Baltimore,
and
Maryland.
you don't fuck around in cities like that.
Yeah.
That is the city where you fuck around and find out, for lack of a better term. And they seem to be fucking around a lot.
Yeah, inner city Baltimore is no joke. You don't want to go and get lost in inner city Baltimore.
Yeah.
That's where The Wire was set, buddy. You don't fuck around in inner city Baltimore.
Like most middle-aged white guys, we know all about inner city Baltimore because of The Wire.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I'm just imagining. So everybody's on the train, and then one person comes in a mask and starts popping and locking in the middle of the train aisle or whatever. And I'm like, all right, this one guy's kind of annoying, but I can just go ahead and read my paper. And then the person next to you all of a sudden throws a mask on and like jumps over you and starts fucking bebopping around. And then like 12 different people who you think are just passengers on the train all suddenly become a part of this thing. And I'm just like, I had a rough day at work. Boss is really just fucking banging my balls.
Yeah.
You know? The wife's at home bitching I don't make enough money.
This is when I'm pulling up Auto Trader on my phone.
Yeah, I just want to go home.
I need a car now.
I just want to go home and crack a beer. And I got all these fucking kids dancing around me and bumping into me. Oh, maybe I'm just old, but I was so pissed off when I saw this. Like, just angry. I don't want to get controversial or political here. But you see these people that like talk about like protesters that like block streets, and you get these like real nut job right wingers like, oh, you should just be able to run them over.
Yeah.
I don't agree with that. But if a flash mob breaks out in front of you, 100% punch him in the throat and it should be okay. Like there shouldn't be any repercussions if you punch a flash mobber. I don't care how good they're dancing. Right to the jugular. Just ta-bah!
All right, now we got the anger out of our system.
I'm not done yet. No. So for, the subway police are alerted to what's happening. So we get like a guy trying to get through the door, but they have it like locked down, I guess, so
yes.
You can't get in. So they get to a stop and they all run off. And then you've got like 7 police officers chasing them.
In a dance chase.
In the real world, at least one of these kids gets shot down, right? Like I don't think that there's like a scenario where they don't just,
This is why you keep a fat kid in your crew.
Yeah, you shoot.
Like, I used to be the fat kid, man.
You shoot first, you ask questions later when it comes to flash mobs. That's my...
Like, somebody's getting busted.
That's my official stance on flash mobs. But then there's also a guy that comes out of the train. He's, like, very nicely dressed. Like, real tall guy. Glasses, like, suit. Looks like a businessman. And he's, like, pointing the police in the right direction. And then we get this scene where... He goes, this guy, like, walks up to the escalator, so he's got the escalator, and you see he has a bunch of spray paint on his hand. And then you see a big graffiti mural on the side of the escalator, and like, oh, this guy's in on the flash mob.
Yeah.
He's the inside guy.
He also did, like, a 5-hour art piece on that wall during that dance.
Yeah, he was on the train. I don't know where they find the time. This is actually incredible. From here, all the kids that were in the flash mob all kind of convene on a rooftop, and we find out that, that guy's, like, the leader of this dance crew, the 410. Which is the area code for Baltimore. So if we ever start a dance crew, obviously we're the 412.
Yeah, of course.
Which, that is on our list of things to do. Maybe this summer. See if we can get to it.
I pulled my back going to the bathroom the other day, so yeah, probably not.
We need that one kid to be running behind us when we're getting away from the flash mob, CJ.
That is me. I am the bait child.
Yeah. But yeah, from here we find out like Andy's in the crew. This is our main character, the female. We've got a few other females in the crew. The only one really notable one that we'll talk about later is Missy. She's like in the crew. She's one of Andy's best friends. And then she has another best friend in the crew. I don't know her name. But the leader, the guy that was in the suit who kind of masterminded the whole thing, he's the leader of the dance crew. His name is Tuck. And Tuck is obviously a dick, like right from the get-go. We don't like Tuck.
And is he supposed to be kind of her romantic interest?
He's definitely into her. Like, he comes up and, he says, we getting together tonight? And she says, oh, I don't know, I got things to do. And he kind of gives her the side eye. And, they part ways. From here, Andy goes home. And we get, like, a very interesting scene on the television at her home where the news is treating this flash mob like it was a terrorist attack. Like, the lady on the news is like, another attack on our subway
post 9/11.
And I'm like, Jesus, they're really treating it like they.
That was Fox News. It had to have been.
It was annoying, but it wasn't I don't think it was a crime. It definitely wasn't an attack. But we find out that Andy now lives with her mother, who passed away. Her best friend is kind of her caretaker.
Yeah, did you see who that was?
She's from The Wire.
Speaking of The Wire,
Which is funny. They must shoot these in Baltimore.
Yes.
Because Step Up 1 had a few actors that were from The Wire, and now Step Up 2 has an actor from The Wire, so all the actors from The Wire must be standing outside of a Home Depot, and that the casting directors just pull up, and they're like, hey, we're doing a movie, who wants to be in it? And they're like, 3 or 4 Wire actors hop in the back of a pickup truck. And
we're all filled up on nostalgia. You guys, Bunk, you gotta wait.
They go to the set for a day. But Andy's caretaker is very upset, and we find out that, she told Andy's mother that she would take care of her, but now she's doing really poorly in school. She's affiliated with this awful dance crew who's attacking the city. She's breaking the law, according to her. She's fallen in with a bad group, which they're just dancing. It's annoying, but they're not committing any crimes.
It's more of a crime against...
It's like a club.
Sense.
A little dance club.
Yeah.
But she tells her, she's going to have to send her to Texas to live with her aunt.
That's
and
where
uncle.
dancing goes to die.
To Texas. She's sending her to the town from Footloose.
What if she would have learned a line dance?
There will be no
Step
dancing.
up 4. Cowboy howdy step.
I hope that's one. So Andy kind of doesn't run away, but like gets her backpack with all of her stuff, and she leaves, and she's calling around, calling friends, trying to find a place to stay for the night because she doesn't know what to do. She doesn't want to leave. So she goes to the club where they do all the competitive dancing at.
Yeah, they've definitely upped the game since the first step.
I will say, if anything, I mean, budget-wise, this movie seems to have really like upped the game.
They had the money.
As,
no
sets.
more abandoned houses. They got trampoline park dance clubs.
Yeah, they're dancing at a Sky Zone. So we get, Andy shows up at this club, and who shows up? Tyler Gage. Which, does she call him Todd?
No, here's the one thing in this movie that was driving me nuts.
Okay.
They overdubbed everything.
Yeah.
And it was so confusing for the first half of the movie, like, who was even talking, because it didn't match up all the time.
Yeah.
And there were a lot of things like that where I think I caught her saying that as well. Like,
she walks up to him and she's like, Todd, and gives him a hug. But then from then on, she calls him Tyler.
Uh-huh.
Just that alone confused me to the point where I was questioning if that was Channing Tatum or not.
Well, because he does have a terrible fake beard on.
He has like a little goatee.
Yeah.
And he just looked a little different to me. And I was like, is this like, did they get a guy that looks like Channing Tatum to be in this?
I had to look it up myself.
Yeah, but rest assured, folks, it's the real Tyler Gage.
It's a real deal for like 4 minutes.
Yeah. So he shows up, and fucking white savior, Tyler Gage, he's here to help.
Yeah.
He's already spoken to Andy's caretaker and found out that she's not doing well and that she's going to send her to Texas. And he says that he convinced her that if she enrolls in the Maryland School of Arts, where he went in Step Up 1, that she'll let her stay. And he tells her, it really turned my life around. And Andy is against it, wholeheartedly against it. She doesn't want to go to that school because it's for, preppy, rich dance kids, and they do classical dance.
They have a conflict, and how do they settle their conflicts?
Oh, a dance-off.
Fucking A.
Yeah, Tyler Gage, bets Andy that if he can beat her in a dance-off, that she'll have to enroll in the school. And apparently, in inner city Maryland, once the gauntlet is thrown down, you can't just say, no, I don't want to do this. I'm not going to go to the school. You are obligated to dance off against Tyler Gage.
Absolutely.
So they go to the dance floor, and like CJ said, this place turns into a goddamn Sky Zone. They start pulling panels out of the floor, and there's trampolines under the floor of this place. And we get our first, big dance-off. Well, I mean, I guess you could, the train scene was a dancing. There's a lot more dancing in this than Step Up 1, I think.
And let me just say, I'm not really a big fan of dancing, but it seemed pretty damn remarkable.
I enjoyed the dancing for the most part in this movie. A lot more than I enjoyed it in Step Up 1. The dancing and the music.
Oh, the music was way better. They definitely had more money.
Yeah, because there was only one
song
song that I even...
Busta Rhymes, it goes to Ludacris.
Yeah, there was only one song I knew in the first Step Up, and this one, every song was a fucking banger.
Absolutely.
It's club hits. So yeah, they definitely had some more money for the music. But yeah, they have a dance-off, and Tyler Gage just whips the crap out of her. I mean, he's bouncing up and down on trampolines. He's doing backflips. He's jumping up on the stage. The shirt comes off, of course, at one point.
This is when I wish he would have hit her with the Hurricane Rana at the end. Just whip her by her neck across the room.
But it was great because, Andy's our main character, and, I guess you're supposed to root for her, and it was just such a weird thing that, Tyler Gage comes in, and Channing Tatum is just, he's got the charisma, he's a great dancer, and, you're like, oh, this is fun. And then she tries to do her dance, and all she really does is, get up in his face and shake her head around what?
It almost actually looks like fake fighting.
Yeah, but she was awful and he's good. Which I guess the scene is supposed to show that she's got a lot of growth to do. She's not ready for the streets.
Oh yeah.
But so she wins, or he wins. I'm sorry. They go back to her home where she's staying, and even though Tyler Gage told her that he already spoke to this lady taking care of her, and that if she enrolled in the school, she'd let her stay. It seems like this woman has no idea about this arrangement, because he actually has to go in and convince her now
yes.
to let her stay. And he does, because Channing Tatum, he's got
the white savior of Baltimore.
Yeah, he's got that Riz. I'm going to try to work the word Riz into every episode now, so.
Nah, we're good. It's okay.
So he's got the Riz, and it works. So Andy is now enrolled in the school. We find out that her dance crew, the 410, is practicing for the big yearly dance competition, which they've won like 4 or 5 years in a row.
The Streets.
The Streets, hence the name. Step up to
the
Streets. So they're practicing like every day, and we get to see that Tuck is like a real ball buster. Like, he's really hard on everybody, and like, you know, he demands perfection. You don't win the Streets 5 years running without, you know, a little bit of dictator in you. So, you know, we get some scenes of them practicing, and then we have Andy's first day at the school, where she meets my favorite character from the movie, Wish Michael Cera.
I was going with young Sam Rockwell.
Oh, really? He reminds me of a Michael Cera type.
Oh, wait, are we talking about the geeky kid?
I'm talking about Moose. Yeah,
Moose.
Yeah,
okay,
Moose.
yeah, Wish Michael Cera works for that.
Yeah, so she meets Moose. He sits down at the lunch table with her, and is kind of just giving her the lowdown on who's who, saying that he knows everybody. He can show her around because it's her first day.
Yeah, it gets a little pervy, but not like in an adorable way.
Yeah, he's fine. Like, I didn't even catch pervy vibes from him. He was just more annoying.
Yeah,
like he's kind of like the little yappy dog that like follows you around everywhere and just won't shut up.
He's there for lighting design.
yeah, that's what he's going for, is lighting design. So he takes her on a little tour through the school. You know, there's a lot of exposition. There's a lot of characters in this movie that are just there to explain to you other things that are happening. Moose introduces her to Chase, who's like our main love interest, like guy.
This is the guy, young Sam Rockwell.
Yeah, which I should have mentioned. Yeah. So whenever at the club, when her and Tyler Gage have their dance off, there's a guy there in like a black hat and a black hoodie, like pulled up.
He's really popping and locking up against a wall.
Yeah, and he sees Andy.
He looks like a lamp. Like he's like a dancing lamp in the corner.
He sees Andy's dance moves and he digs her. Like even though she lost horribly to Tyler Gage, he digs what she's putting down, and you can see that he's kind of interested. And then from there, there's actually an audition scene before Andy can get into school with like this stuffy group of people like at a table. Like they let her play her music. She starts doing her street dance. And they cut it off halfway through, and this stuffy Dean Collins is, you know, you can tell that he's like street dancing.
That's our love interest's older brother.
Yes.
Who replaces Rachel Griffith. Like, what kind of fucking trade is that?
I don't know what happened to her. Yeah. I like the old Dean.
Yeah, I'm with you.
But you can tell that Dean Collins isn't really into what's Andy's style of dance, and she doesn't really fit in with their aesthetic, and Chase kind of goads him into allowing her into the school. Basically, like, if you don't let her in, you're a pussy. Because you can't. Like, you're so great at dance. Like, why don't you teach her how to dance? So he basically peer pressures his older brother into letting her into school.
Heck yeah.
So flash forward to what I was talking about a minute ago. Moose not necessarily introduces, because they kind of met already, but tells Andy who Chase is. He's like the golden child of the school. You know, he's the dean's younger brother. He's really good at everything he does. He also shows us a girl named Sophie, who's kind of like the hot shit girl at the school. She's the triple threat. She sings, she dances, she acts. And we find out that through Moose's just outpouring of exposition that she and Chase were dating, and then Chase broke up with her.
Yeah, on again, off again.
I thought this girl was going to be like way more of a villain or like some kind of like contributing factor to the story. She's not. She's just basically there to just be like, hi, I'm another person.
Yeah, I'm going to be slightly angry at you for like 2 scenes.
Yeah, and then I turn out to be okay. You know, so we get that, and then we get Andy's first class, like dance class, where they're doing interpretive dance. The teacher.
Oh, I was hoping to see Tyler Gage on a ladder in the back, same exact room. They had him.
He's still janitoring up.
Yeah, still working on that light bulb.
Yeah, no, he's not. He's moved on to bigger and better things. But they're doing like an interpretive. I guess this is kind of like the feeling out day. You know, everybody's kind of showing what they got, and they let everybody come up. And Dean Collins, the stuffy dean, is teaching this class, and they have everybody come up, and Chase walks in late to class, and Andy kind of gives him a little like look. Like, you can tell they're interested in each other, but they also treat each other like shit for like the first part of the movie.
Oh, absolutely.
But he comes in and he does just a spectacular interpretive dance to Breaking Benjamin.
Is that who that band is?
I think so.
Oh boy!
If it wasn't Breaking Benjamin, it sounded like it was that like early 2000s like awful music.
Mm-hmm.
So he does this angry feelings, emotions.
That's the song I put on when I walk up the steps. Like, that's how I get amped up.
So he dances to that, and he's really, he's good. And they ask Andy to come up, and instead of playing something that she can dance to, he puts on like some like Fiona Apple shit or something, or like, it's like this.
Hey,
I like Fiona Apple, but that's what it is. It's a soft piano and like sad kind of.
Yeah, it's not her thing.
Yeah, and she's like standing there trying to pop and lock and dance really fast to it, and I'm like,
read the room, sis.
Not just that, like Are you telling me that you can like street dance and do all these like cool moves, but you can't like catch a beat or like a rhythm, and you don't know how to slow it down? You don't dance slow like to anything?
I've also been white.
Well, yeah, but you can't pop and lock. You can't do all that. Like,
no.
You could probably dance to Fiona Apple.
That's true. I can sway to Fiona Apple.
Yeah, that's all you got to do. Like,
true.
do something.
I have swayed to Fiona Apple.
Yeah, who hasn't? But anyhow, she's terrible. Not terrible. I mean, she's a good dancer. She's good at street dancing, but she's not good at the other stuff. So the dean, kind of scolds her and tells her that she's going to have to stay late after class, like, every day, and he's going to personally kind of teach her because he's been dared basically by his younger brother that he can't get her to be a good dancer.
And this is where I think this guy's an amazing actor. Because he pulled off that entire, like, exposition scene right there without sounding like a perv. Any other teacher's like, hey, young girl, you're going to stay here after and work with me alone, one-on-one, every day.
Well, there's even scenes, so after this, we start to see, like, these after-school sessions where he's, like, literally, like, grabbing her legs and moving her and positioning her. And it never came off as, like, creepy.
Yeah, no,
he just came off as, like, a guy that was, like, trying to, like... He's like, if I can't make this girl dance, my brother's going to think I'm an asshole.
Yeah, like, he seemed like he was genuinely interested in making this girl dance the best she could, and that was it.
Yeah. But because of these after-school classes that she has to keep going to, she keeps missing practices for the 410.
Yeah, and these guys turn.
Oh, they turn hard. Like,
holy shit. Like, they seemed a little dickish at first.
Tuck was already an asshole, but, like, everybody else seemed really friendly and, like, they really liked her.
Yeah.
And as soon as she can't start making the practices, like, the one girl who was, like, her close friend was covering for her a bunch. There were a bunch of different scenes where Tuck would ask where she was, and she'd say, oh, she's got this going on, she's got this going on. None of them know she's in this school. It doesn't seem like.
And they keep saying, like, oh, we're family.
Yeah.
It really just seems like a dictatorship. It was pissing me off.
Which also...
Because also, like, if we're family, you should be happy for me that I got into a damn nice school.
Yeah. Speaking of family, I feel like these movies are the Fast and the Furious of dance. Because they bring back, like, characters from every movie, and then, like, one of the movies later on, which I can't wait till we get to it, like, 5... They bring back all the people from all the different ones into one big movie.
Oh, I can't wait.
I know, me too. So they finally reach a breaking point where Tuck is like, well, what the hell's going on? Like, why haven't you been here? And he's seen her and Chase. Like, Chase gives her a ride home one day. So he's, like, jealous, even though they're not really together. But he wants to know what's going on. And she finally tells them that she's in the Maryland School of Arts. And they all turn on her. And I was like, this is like a theme from the first one where, like, people in the streets don't want you to be happy and get an education. And go,
what the hell?
It's just like Channing Tatum's friends from the first one. Like, as soon as they found out he was going to an art school, they were like, you suck. You're not one of us anymore. And I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, I mean, if you walked in here today and we're like, look, man.
Isn't the point to get out of the streets?
We got to put the podcast on hiatus because I got accepted into Yale.
Oh, I'd fucking hate you.
I'd be like.
I'd be so mad.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I'd be like, good for you.
Oh?
I wouldn't kick you out of my dance group.
I mean, we could do this remotely.
Yeah, that's
from
true.
your dorm or whatever.
You can dance remotely.
No, you can't do that remotely.
No.
I don't think that's how that works. Anyway, so yeah, they kick her out of the 410, and this is just, like, devastating for her. I forget exactly how it happens, but Chase and her start to talking, and they haven't really been getting along. Like, they've got some little jabs at each other throughout the first part of this movie. But he lets her know that, or she lets him know that she got kicked out of the 410, and that was her crew, and they were getting ready to dance at the streets. And Chase is like, well, I know some people. Like, I know that there's people in this school that are excellent dancers.
Dude.
But aren't, they're under the radar and nobody knows it.
I am cheesing like I'm trying to bite my fucking earlobes off. This is my favorite scene of the movie.
I love this part so much. It is like a heist movie.
It is like Ocean's 11. I have that in my notes.
Like that Rick and Morty, like, you son of a bitch, I'm in.
Yeah.
Like, they go around and they do this little, like, montage, which, another thing, the montage game in this movie is strong.
Yeah.
There's, like, 6 of them, and every one is pretty good. But they show all these different characters, and it is the most ridiculous group of people. First of all, we definitely get Moose in the gang. Excellent dancer.
Yeah, nobody knew this.
Yeah, well,
he never
Andy
once
found out,
popped
like,
and or locked at school.
Yeah,
nobody knew
but Andy
this.
found out because he popped and locked for her, like, over a phone ringtone. So how he never danced for anyone else is beyond me.
Yeah.
But so we got Moose. We got a guy named Hare, who is just a hippie tap dancer who they say like dances to his own beat and makes up his own rhythms, and they can't like fit him into a class because he dances so differently. We've got like an Asian foreign exchange student who speaks like hardly any English, but she loves old school hip hop. We've got a guy named Smiles.
Yes.
Who the only reason doesn't fit in at school because he has terrible teeth, which weren't even that bad. But like there's a scene where he's like getting the school photo taken, and the lady's like, "Could you please just stop smiling?" There's a really tall, quiet girl.
Yes.
That's her only issue, is that she's really tall and quiet. We got one guy who's in the acting studies, and he's a stunt man, but he does stunts like he break dances basically. Like he can do all these like crazy falls and spins and stuff. And then there's just like another guy named Cable. There's a guy named Cable.
I didn't even catch that.
I think he's just like a sound editor or something, but he's a really good dancer too. Which makes me think that like the dean of this school is just really awful. Because
Rachel
like,
Griffith would have caught all of these guys.
Well, not only that, but like, why are they even at the school? Because they don't know what to do with them. Like they're just there with like no fucking thing they can do. But yeah, so they pull an Ocean's 11 and they get this new gang together, and it's this like ragtag bunch of kind of like misfits. And then we get another great like just a montage of like them all practicing their dancing, and they're all really good.
Yeah, they're breaking into the school after hours.
Not even breaking in; they stole a key. Probably, I assume, because Chase can get access to his brother, who's the dean.
Yes.
And they steal a key and they make a copy of it. So
this actually reminded me of in high school. I got a quick high school story.
Okay.
Is my first day of high school, my brother gave me a key, and this key was for the private bathroom across the street.
Oh.
South Votech High School had a field across the street, and during the day, the field was open. You could go in, and I had a key to the private bathroom over there.
That's balling.
It's the most important thing that happened to me in high school. It's a place where I could just go and relax, do my thing.
And this is why you're not going to get into Yale.
This is true.
This was your biggest high school achievement.
I could be the janitor there, maybe.
That's true.
Then I get the bathrooms.
They're doing their practices after school. They decide they want to go check out the competition, so they go to the club from earlier with the trampoline floors. Mm-hmm. And as soon as the 410 see them, they're upset, and they come up and kind of challenge them to a dance-off. It all ends badly again. Andy is 0 for 2 at dance-offs at the club.
Yeah, they get their shit rocked.
Yeah, the 410 has it together. They're tight, man. They got moves on moves on moves. They're the local heroes, basically. 5-time champs, whatever. Mm-hmm. Andy's crew is not rehearsed enough. They really don't know what they're doing. They're out of sync. They aren't really dancing. I mean, they're all dancing pretty good, but not really together, and not really anything like that's blowing anybody's socks off. So they get embarrassed and they get booted out of the club. And Andy says, "Hey, we just got to practice more." She rallies the group to keep at it. And this is where we get the other girl from the 410, Missy, who I liked a lot, is her other girlfriend who did turn her back on her. And she actually comes to the school to basically not join their crew, like she doesn't dance with their crew, but she wants to help them beat the 410. And the big thing that gets you noticed and gets you invited to the streets is they call it a prank. It's putting
the video together.
It's a video that you put on YouTube and has to get a bunch of hits and like make things happen. That's what the train thing was at the beginning. That was their prank. That was their way to get into the streets this year. Again, another kind of montage, and I loved it. So,
this is the breaking into the house montage?
Yeah, so
they pull off a felony.
So they're hanging out with Tuck, or they're showing Tuck hang out at his house with all the dance crew from the 410. And they're like, "Hey, you got to see this." And he gets on YouTube, and it's this video set to the Humpty dance. So you had me there. And someone's filming Tuck, and in the background of all the places he's been, they're dressed in disguises, like they're dressed as like old people and whatever.
Yeah.
And they just stand up and start dancing like wherever he's at. And at the end of the video, they all break into his house. They dance in his house, and they put a fish in his air vents that like rots and smells. So yeah, Andy's caretaker was worried that she was in with a bad crew with the 410. I didn't see them committing any B&Es.
Yeah, now she's getting into the breaking and entering, which should be their name, the name of their crew.
Yeah, so now we're we never got a name for their crew, did we? They didn't give their crew a
they
name.
Call themselves the MSA, the Maryland School of Arts.
Oh, that's lame.
So their crew MSA.
Bunch of nerds. Anyhow, so they do this, and then Tuck gets all upset. But this is how,
rightly so.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Well, I didn't like Tuck. Like, I didn't feel bad for anything that happened to this guy. So, they do that, and then next scene we get is them coming out of the school. Like, they're practicing again for the day, and they come out, and Sophie, who was Chase's ex we met earlier, catches them and is like, what are you guys doing here? And they say, oh, we were going to practice because there's actually a big fundraiser coming up, and there's supposed to be a performance at the fundraiser because they're actually moving the school. They're building a bigger and better MSA. And he says...
Yeah, school's gone corporate. We should state that.
Yeah, the school has gone
corporate. Like, it is, there's just signs everywhere.
And way more students. Like, it wasn't like the first movie where
Tyler Gage really pulled this shit out.
Yeah, there weren't like 3 kids in a corner playing a cello and then one guy in like the hallway like painting a mural. It was like full packed hallways. But so, they say we came to practice, but the door was locked, so we can't. And that's all bullshit. They were already in there practicing, but they're keeping everything in the DL. They don't want to let Sophie know, no one might know. They have Missy with them, and they're all going to a barbecue at her house. They've all been these kids all got the invite to the barbecue.
Dude, how fucking cool is this barbecue?
It was awesome. But
I'm like, man, I need to make some friends.
But they also take Sophie along, I think kind of like begrudgingly, but she's already there, and like she invites herself along essentially, and they take her. And this is where you're starting to think Sophie's going to find out what's going on and rat him out. But no, Sophie's fine.
No, she's cool.
So they go to Missy. Missy's Hispanic, and they go to her family. It's this like big, like, I don't know what it is. I keep wanting to call it a quinceañera, but it's definitely not. Nobody's turning 15. It's just like a big like Spanish barbecue or Hispanic barbecue. I've been to they're playing salsa music, and like it looks like a fucking blast.
It's 100% true that different races have different barbecues.
Yeah,
and I've been to a few different. I've never been to a Spanish barbecue, and it is on the list now.
If we have any Hispanic listeners out there, and we can get the invite to the barbecue, please.
Absolutely.
We'll travel. I mean, wherever you're at.
I once went to a Mexican restaurant with one of my best buddies that speaks fluent Spanish.
Yeah.
It was a whole different experience, man. It was amazing. Like, I had no idea what was going on the whole time, but food kept showing up, and it was all good.
So they go to this. Here we get a little glow up for Andy because Missy wants to set her up with her cousin, so she takes her into her house and gives her like a really nice dress, and they both get all dolled up. Well, she comes out, and we get a sploosh face from Chase.
Yeah.
Like, he sees Andy in the dress, and he's immediately... We already knew that they were kind of flirting and smitten, but now he's full on in Andy land. Like, he's ready to go. Missy introduces her to her cousin, but you can tell that there's really nothing going on there. We get a big salsa dance where everybody's, like, switching partners. We get to see Moose out there cutting a rug. The whole dance crew's out there dancing.
Absolutely.
And Chase finally works his way into dance with Andy. They have a really nice dance moment.
Well, you gotta say first, he wins her heart by doing the most cliche move in the book. Dances with an old lady.
Dances with the grandma, or the mom.
And also flirts with her pretty hard.
He does. He tells her not to tell her husband about them.
Yeah.
But yeah, we get this. So there's a really nice dance thing. And then Sophie, like, you feel like the whole time that she's going to be upset that he's dancing with Andy. Doesn't really ever seem to care. She actually dances with Moose a little bit. Seems to be having a good time at the party. Then at the end...
Moose has 10-inch dick energy, honestly. This little fella...
I love Moose.
He is... Yeah,
why do you think they call him Moose?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
So, he's not a big Bullwinkle fan, this guy's. But yeah, so even at the end, like, all the dance crew kind of has like taken Sophie in. They're telling her she was a good dancer and all this stuff. It's very nice. From here, Chase leaves the party. And this is where I think things are going to turn very badly for Chase. And if this was a real-world scenario, things turn very badly for Chase. But he's walking home alone in inner city Baltimore. This, like, 6-foot-tall white guy with bleached blonde hair is walking down the street, and the 410 rolls up.
After some breaking and enterings, they're looking for him.
Yeah, the 410 rolls up, and this is where I thought, like, Chase was going to have a skinny moment and get gunned down. But they toned down the shooting deaths in this one. Tuck and his crew rolls up, and they rough Chase up pretty bad. Punch him in the face, kick him a bunch while he's down, steal his hat.
Now I know you've said before on the podcast that you've never really been in like a fight because you're the type of guy that people don't want to challenge. You're like giant.
Yeah, no.
Have you ever just caught a straight up ass whooping?
No, never have.
No.
Okay.
This one brought me back to a few days in middle school and high school. Just turn the wrong corner and you go, oh shit,
yeah.
And just catch an ass.
No, never.
4 or 5 guys beat the crap out of
No, never did. Thank God. But yeah, Chase gets roughed up pretty bad. Then the next day at the school, he comes in, got his hat pulled down and everything. Andy sees that he got beat up. But before she can even really find out what happens, everybody gets called into the dance studio, and it's been graffitied hard.
Holy shit, they wrecked that place. They're going to need 7 to 8 Tyler Gages to fix that shit up.
Nah, he can do it by himself in like a day. Just give him a trampoline and a mop, and that guy's gonna fuck that shit
You
up.
sound so indignant when you said that. He can do it himself in a day.
And by the way, it's pronounced Tyler Gage.
Oh, my bad.
But they all go and they see this, and the dean immediately is like, "All right, I know somebody had something to do with this. Like, I want to know immediately." Nobody comes forward, and also it was weird. He was like, "All right, well, you guys got till the end of the day to clean this up." And I'm like, someone broke into your school and like vandalized it. Like, don't you think you'd call the cops before you have everybody clean up the evidence?
Yeah.
Yeah, it seemed odd.
This guy was a little weird.
He's not a good dean.
At least he wasn't pervy weird. He was just weird.
He's just not a good dean, is all it is. And then a few seconds later, Andy gets called in, and he somehow knows that it was her. And he asks who else was involved, and she takes the fall by herself. So she gets expelled, and that's the end of the dance crew. You know, that's it. Chase does try to go in later and like tell her that it was him all along. Like he tries to take the fall instead, and the dean's not buying it. He's just like, yeah, whatever. Like, you know,
next stop, line dancing in Texas.
I can't lose you. Like you're one of the star students here, but like Andy, he's fucking done. Then we get a sad montage where everybody's kind of doing their own thing on their own. You know, Chase is trying to call Andy. She's not answering her phone. The weirdest part of this montage, I thought, is there's a scene like during lunch period where Moose is sitting on the steps and he's just looking all around, and the whole dance crew is all there eating lunch sad, but they're all at different tables. And I'm like, can you not hang out anymore after the dance crew's disbanded? Like, you'd think they all formed a nice bond.
Yeah, you'd think they'd be friends still at least.
No. Once the dance crew's done, you don't talk anymore. It's like, you know, it's just like code of silence. Like, there's no more talking to the dance crew once the dance crew's done.
We gotta get like an official rule book for dance crews or something.
I'm sure it's out there. So we get the sad montage, and then Andy's, well, you said heading to Texas for the line dancing. Her caretaker is just done. She's been expelled. She's getting shipped off to Texas. So she's packing up her room. We see that the fundraiser is happening, that they're all getting prepared for. Chase is there to perform. Like, he's all dressed up and ready to go. Rest of the dance crew, because they are losers. Air quotes, I don't think they're losers, but everyone thinks they're losers. They're just working the fucking catering.
Yeah, did you get some real Fight Club vibes during this?
Oh yeah, not until you just said it, but yeah, it's like
they're all wearing the red vested suits.
Yeah,
and they're all kind of like winking at each other and walking around with each, like it's a little Fight Club.
Yeah, so but they're all there, like, you know, serving hors d'oeuvres and stuff, and everybody starts getting a text, because the thing about the streets is you don't know when the streets is happening until they send you out like a random text, like and they give you like an hour to get there. So Chase sees it first. And then all the other kids see it, and they just bail, like on the fundraiser. They all leave, and they go straight to Andy's house, and they knock on the door. The lady who's watching her opens them up, and they call her out, and they tell her, hey, it's the streets. We got to do this. And she's like, I can't. I have to go. And they give this real nice like thing about how, you know, you're the one that like got us all together. You've taught us so much. You know, just like basically saying that she like really helped the group out, and she was like,
yeah, you're the new white savior.
She did some good,
yeah, you got real Tyler Gage vibes going here.
Yeah. And the lady that's taking care of her hears all this, and she calls Andy over, and she's like, you know what, you should go do this. Like, your mom would want you to do this. Like, you should do the thing. Go do the dance thing. So they all go to the streets. They come in. They watch. There's like some real weird. Well, first of all, the Jabberwockies are there.
The Jabberwockies. So remember in the first movie, I pointed out Nothing But Strings was playing.
Yeah.
This is another one that was famous from America's Got Talent.
Okay.
It's the Jabberwockies.
And Jabberwockies, a relatively famous dance group. If you're familiar with them, they all wear like the white masks, and they do some pretty cool stuff.
Worth a Googling.
Yeah. There's also like a goth dance crew.
Yeah.
Which I was like, let that be like the next.
And this is where I jumped from Fight Club right to the Warriors.
Yeah, I was like, let me get a little goth dance crew action in the next step up.
Fuck yeah. And I was like, I wanted to see them all. I wanted to see the ROTC guys dancing. Like every weird clique from the school or the town or whatever.
So we get a little montage, everybody's dancing, and then the 410 comes out and just crushes it. Like, they do a great job. Obviously, they're well prepared. They're 5-time champs. And that's like it. Like, when that's over, everybody rushes them. They declare him a winner. And Andy like comes up to the stage to get the DJ. And she's trying to get everyone's attention. And like she tells them to cut the music. And she's like yelling. And everyone is just booing her.
She gives this impressive speech. You want to read it again?
So CJ's tattoo that I read to kick off the episode is what she says to rally everyone. And I put more passion into it than she did. And I was reading it off of a man's lower back. She is so bad. Like, she is like, excuse me. Hello. Can you help? Stop. Can I just talk, please? And everyone's like, boo, you suck. Go home.
I'd like to explain the streets to you, please.
Yeah. But all she says, she's at one point she's just like, it doesn't matter what you have, it's what you do with it. And all of a sudden they're like, yeah, all right, Andy, yeah. But then like they still aren't gonna let her dance in the competition because apparently the streets is for people from that neighborhood, and the MSA isn't in that neighborhood. They tell her like, you're not from here, like you can't dance here.
These people seem like real litigious Rolls lawyers here.
Yeah. So she says, well, we're gonna take it outside and show you what we were gonna do in here. And they go outside, and this is a phenomenal dance routine.
Holy shit. All right, so a couple things. During this dance routine, one thing, the crowd is all in one place, and they do not face the crowd at all. So the crowd is, they face the cameras, and the crowd sees none of this. It's just a bunch of people's backs.
Yeah, I mean, they spin around. You see the fronts here and there, but it is mainly directed towards camera, so no one's really seeing what's going on.
But this is taking place, it begins with this amazingly convenient thunderstorm.
Oh, yeah. It makes it look way cooler dancing in the rain.
It is so fucking cool. They're slamming water everywhere. They're rolling around. So this is outside of an abandoned warehouse.
On asphalt.
On asphalt.
Yeah.
I would like you to go downtown to any abandoned warehouse, downtown Pittsburgh. Just drop on the ground and roll.
No, thank
3
you.
or 4 feet. Get up.
Covered in needles and glass.
That's all I could picture was the first time one of these guys like rolled across the ground. He gets up like Fire Marshal Bill. It just has needles sticking out of his face. And he goes, this was a terrible idea.
Yeah. But no, that doesn't happen.
No, they kill it.
Yeah, they kill it. They crush it. I mean, it's a really good dance. I really enjoyed it. Moose gets like his own little solo. And he fucking crushes it. It's like doing some Michael Jackson shit where he's tipping the hat and grabbing his crotch and just fucking flipping around. And then at the end, like, the crowd goes wild. It's a feel-good story about a predominantly Caucasian group coming in to an inner-city competition that's mostly African-Americans and taking it away from them.
Yeah.
So...
And you know how many Motorola sidekicks got ruined during that rainstorm?
Oh, yeah, those phones weren't
every
waterproof
single
at that
character
point.
in this movie was rocking a sidekick.
They weren't waterproof at that point.
No.
But yeah, and then Chase and Andy share a kiss at the end, and then Sophie fucking lays a big one on Moose. Because the whole movie, I was like, I hope Moose, I hope Moose gets a girl. And Moose got a girl. He did all right for himself. And apparently, after a little bit of research, Moose is in like the next 3 step ups. I was
going to say this.
Yeah, so I'm pretty excited about that.
He's kind of the through line.
Yeah. So I mean, that's it for me. That's it for the movie. You got any grand gestures? You want to fucking pop and lock all over this thing? What do you want to do? What do you got to say?
I didn't have anything to say until you compared this to the Fast and the Furious.
Yeah. It's all about family and dancing.
And I'm fucking sold now. Like, I'm in. Bring them all on.
Yeah.
Wait, no, that's a different movie.
Bring it on.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, let's step up. Let's keep going.
Yeah, if they keep having recurring characters like through each of these movies, like I'm starting to form a bond with some of these people.
Look, I hate to tell you, Fast and Furious movies, they don't get any better, but I watch them all.
Yeah.
So might as well do this, and I'm really hoping The Rock shows up at one point.
Hell yeah.
I mean, he doesn't look like he could dance at all. Like, he looks pretty stiff, but...
Yeah. It's hard to dance when you're 99% muscle.
Yeah. But,
I know. Myself, thanks.
Yeah, I'm ready. I am ready for the step. What I have read is that this is the best of the series. But fuck it. Let's do it.
All right. Yeah, I'm in. I'm kind of down now. I don't got much for this one. I don't really got nothing. There was like no interesting trivia about this. I thought it was odd that somehow in the first one, Tyler Gage looked like he was like 20 years too old to be in high school. And somehow in this one, he looked younger.
Yes.
Than he did in the first one. Thought that was weird.
This is true.
Thought that was weird. Other than that, no. Yeah, I got nothing. Like, I really have nothing to say about this movie. That's like, and not only I have stuff to say about it, but I'm going to save it for my rating. But I got nothing as far as like extra little tidbits. I like to usually give a little trivia this here and there. This movie did win an award for the kiss at the end. It was 2008's Best Kiss at the MTV Movie Awards. I saw that because I thought to myself, this is a really good. I said to myself, this is a better kiss in the rain than the one in the Notebook, and fucking MTV agreed with me. So there you go.
I like it.
That's what I got. Let's dance on over and slap a dick on this chick flick. Popping, locking.
Who's going first? You want me to go first?
I'll go first on this one. You do it. So it's I enjoyed the fact that you kind of hinted to mine unknowingly that I'm going to turn this into a straight up Warriors ripoff, where they have to dance battle their way across a city to get to the end to like this gang leader. The gang leader is actually Heavy D from the first one. He's become like a fucking inner city Baltimore kingpin. And I don't know why. I mean, I went to workshop it a little bit. For some reason, they got to get there, okay?
Yeah.
They're trying to get all the way to the end, and they just have to dance. I mean, they're dancing against the baseball furies. They're dancing against the goth kids. They keep running all these situations. But here's the kicker. This is what I want you to think about, all right? They're almost to the end, and the group gets, like, separated a little bit, right? Moose is off on his own. Moose walks into a room, and it goes black. All the lights shut off. All of a sudden, in the distance, a light pops on. It's about waist height, and it just says, Skinny. We find out that Skinny didn't die in the first one.
Oh, don't fuck with me.
He didn't die. Heavy D took the body. They revived him, and they Winter Soldiered this kid and, like, brainwashed him into a dance-killing machine. Okay?
Were you up at like 4 a.m. just hyped up?
I was.
I know it.
And so we get, like, this battle between Moose and, like, reanimated Skinny. I mean, Moose obviously wins, but what I like to think is, like, Moose dances so hard that it, like, snaps Skinny back to reality, and then he becomes part of the crew, and he's a good guy now. Just like the Winter Soldier. My baby's alive! That's what I got.
That's fucking brilliant.
Thank you.
Wow, how do I top that? So the very beginning of this movie made me think of probably my favorite comic book movie of all time is The Dark Knight with Heath Ledger's Joker.
Oh, yeah, on the train? Yeah.
With my absolute favorite beginning of any movie probably ever is that whole, the amped up bank robbery scene with the masks. Okay, so that's what these masks had me going with, and it was kind of very similar to that. I think The Dark Knight was around the same time.
It may have been.
So here's where my movie goes, is they do their thing on the subway. They evade the police, they run out. They get to the top of the stairs coming out of the subway, and a fucking van just rolls over half of them. Out of that van pops, nope, not Heath Ledger, pops Keanu Reeves and Patrick Swayze.
Oh, shit. I thought you were going to say the other guy from Bill and Ted for a minute. We've traveled in time to get the best dance crew.
No. So they pop out wearing their presidential masks.
Yeah.
From Point Break.
Yeah.
And they're just like, Keanu Reeves rips his off. He's like, I didn't sign up for running down kids. He's like, they got in the way. It's this whole thing, this whole ordeal. As they're going up, and the other kids are coming up to see the carnage, as they're going over to try to help these kids out so that they can get away from their bank robbery, a school bus plows all them down. And then it just cuts to the Joker. And he's in the back. He's like, oh, see, I was supposed to kill the children.
Oh, Jesus.
And he takes his mask off. And credits. It's an 8-minute movie.
Wow.
It's a great movie, though.
Short film, but excellent, yeah.
That's
they give out Oscars for short films.
That's where I wanted to go. Because, in the beginning of The Dark Knight, where he's, who are you supposed to kill? I was supposed to kill the safecracker.
Yeah.
And they're trying to figure it out. He just runs them all down, and you figure out who he's supposed to kill.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. All right.
I love it.
Let's Nick Cage it. I'll go first.
Yes. Do it.
So I had to go with Moose. I picked my favorite character. This one was super easy. Moose was actually in Superbad. Uncredited.
Oh.
But he was in Superbad, which also starred Christopher Mintz-Plasse as McLovin. He is in Kick-Ass as Chris D'Amico, a.k.a. the Red Mist.
There you go.
A.k.a. the motherfucker. And the first Kick-Ass, obviously, also starring Nicolas Cage as Big Daddy.
Yes.
So that was easy. I went from Moose to Nicolas Cage in like one person.
That's perfect.
Yeah, I feel real good about it.
Nice. I want to add him in, but I also want to add in a second person.
Okay.
Because Chase, every time I saw him, I was like, this kid looks so much like Sam Rockwell. I want to just take him out, put Sam Rockwell in there, and of course his older brother, the Dean, can be Nicolas Cage.
I love
and
it.
they have to work off of each other as if they are, 19, 20-year-old guys running this school together.
That's fantastic.
That's where I'd like to see him in this one.
Fucking spitting
honestly,
fire today.
yeah.
Gold, buddy, gold.
I feel like we're verbally breaking.
Yeah. All right, yeah. All right, let's rate it. I want you to go first. I got a hot take.
This one's obviously better than the first. I think. I'm going to go 2.5.
2.5?
Which I honestly think is higher than I had just come up with that now, and I think that's higher than I would have given it an hour ago. Now that I'm looking back on it, I'm like, there was some good stuff in this. They had a lot more money. and it shows.
Yeah.
They had a lot more Busta Rhymes, 100% more Ludacris.
This movie did make $30 million more than the original, which I
Good
guess
on
I
'em.
could have put that in my last.
and it puts
call,
Moose
yeah.
on the map.
Puts Moose on the map. Although Moose hasn't been anything else except for the other stuff.
I'm picturing that kid right now. He's off somewhere in Hollywood just railing coke and strippers.
He's probably in front
It's
of.
gotta be, right?
He's probably in front of that Chinese theater, popping and locking for tips.
Him and the Stranger Things kids just destroying clubs together.
Maybe.
But all right, yeah, you go ahead.
All right. So this is my hot take. As far as sequels go, like what are some of the great sequels out there? Like
The Dark Knight,
Dark Knight, Empire Strikes Back,
Jaws 2,
Back to the Future 2,
Aliens.
Batman Returns.
Yes.
For my money, this is as good of a sequel as any of those. Not in quality, but in the vast improvement from the first to the second.
Okay.
If you catch what I'm saying. Like,
Yes.
Like, this movie isn't as good as The Dark Knight, obviously. But when you look at the first one to the second one, the leap is just so big for me.
Exponential growth.
Yes.
Like you would expect the third movie to be Oscar movie of the year.
Yeah, the way it's going, I'm looking forward to it. I went back and actually listened to our Step Up episode. Not the whole thing, but I wanted to just go back and see what I rated it, because I knew I rated it low. And I gave it a 1, which I still feel like it deserves a 1. But I am going to come in the same place as you, 2.5, which isn't great, but compared to a 1, that's a pretty big jump.
Yes.
I had fun with this movie. Like, it's not making any fucking big moves. It's not breaking any records. It's not doing anything off the wall, but the dancing was good. Like, the first one, I didn't like any of the dancing.
I could tell you, there's a few times where I realized I was looking at my phone. I rewound it so that I could watch all those cool moves.
Yeah, so the dancing was good. There were a lot of funny parts. When you look at the first one, you had like 2 main characters, Tyler Gage and Nora, and they had like so little personality and chemistry, where in this movie they took like 8 or 9 characters, and even like the dance crew, who wasn't in it a ton, and like had like little parts, but they had so much more character and were so much more interesting than anybody in that first Step Up movie.
Infinitely more, yes.
Yeah. So I was tempted to go 2.75, but I think I'm gonna stay 2.5. I think that's legitimate. I mean, fuck it, 2.75. Because a 2.5 is just an average movie. This is a little bit more than average for me.
Okay.
I kind of liked it. I had fun with it.
I can't fault you on that.
I had fun with it. So 2.75. Final answer. All right. Well, CJ, let's, I guess, pick our next movie.
I mean, we've said Step Up a lot here. Maybe we've invoked the third one.
Step Up, Step Up 3, Step Up again.
Yeah. So what are we at? 205
I'm
still?
sorry.
Because we have to replace this on the list.
Sorry. Actually, we're at 202.
202.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're at 202. Let's hit that button a few times. Let's get something cool. Let's do a Step Up 3. Number 109.
109. Oh. 4 weddings and a funeral.
Ooh.
What do I know about this movie? I know that it has Hugh Grant in it. I know that we both enjoy Hugh Grant quite a bit.
Absolutely.
I think
this is Julia Roberts?
I think Rowan Atkinson's in this.
I'm sold. I'm in. Let's do it.
I don't know if this is the same guy that did Love Actually, but I feel like it could be, and I feel like there's a lot of famous people in this. We've got Andy McDowell.
Oh, is this 90s Andy McDowell? Because that's a different thing.
It is, yeah.
All right.
In a lot of British people that I recognize, but don't know that if I said their name, you would know
I think
who
I
they
saw
are.
Bill Nighy just float by there.
Richard Curtis wrote this, and I believe Richard Curtis wrote and directed Love Actually.
Excellent.
So, yeah, we got 4 weddings and a funeral. I don't know what it's about. I'm assuming there's a few weddings and perhaps a funeral.
Love Actually was previously a 5-star
It was
movie.
Until you downgraded it.
Yeah.
It's still a 5 to me, damn it. But yeah, so until next time when we discuss 4 weddings and a funeral, as always, like I say, please check us out wherever you get your podcasts at. If you haven't yet, leave us a rating and like a little review. It gets us out there a little more and like gets people to, we might pop in somebody's algorithm that we don't normally pop up in. So we would appreciate that greatly. And again, email us, you've.gotmails@yahoo.com. Even if you don't want to tell us who you are or where you're listening from, let's start like a mailbag thing. Send in some questions. We'll answer anything. It can be personal. It can be about a movie we watched before. We've got no shame here. And You've Got Mails. So
I know a lot about Winston Churchill.
Ask CJ about Winston Churchill.
Fuck yeah.
We don't give a shit. But yeah, send us an email, please. Don't make me beg again. And until next time, everybody, stay romantic and don't be shitty to each other.
Do some popping and fucking locking.
Pop it and lock it. Your back just popped and locked.
Oh, God, it hurts.